Well, thank you very much for coming out to our press conference. It's an exciting time for us with everything that has happened during COVID and having to cancel our tournament last year. I think we made the proper decision back in March when we postponed this year's tournament until September. As things start to open up, we're hoping that we can proceed and have the type of tournament that all of our participants and sponsors have grown accustomed to. Our tournament will be on Thursday, September the 16th, out at the Quarry Golf Club in Ennismore. It's our first time out at the Quarry, and we're excited to always go to another course and support one of our local golf courses. As we'll be limited. We've had very much success in the last few years, and which has forced us to limit our tournament to 240 golfers, which is a nice problem to have. Again, our entry fee this year will be $175 per player. The unique option with our tournament is you can play your own ball if you prefer, or your group can play a scramble. We've had a lot of requests over the years for both ways to play, and we just thought it was good to give everyone their choice. As you can see over here, the scramble winner receives the Bob McGillen Scramble Trophy. Bob was one of our proponents. He's one of our lifetime members of our golf tournament committee, and we thought we should honor him by having the Scramble Trophy in his name. And this is the Jack White Trophy, which is for the individual winner, for those that want to play their own ball, and it is named after Jack White, a longtime participant who passed away far too early a number of years ago. The entry fee includes breakfast, lunch, dinner, and Jack's Thrill of the X. On-course snacks from Spanky's, 180 on Hunter, and the Pizza Shack. Each year, when Dad was golfing, he had to have a mulligan on each nine. So all the golfers get a mulligan on each nine, and the proceeds from the mulligans go directly to the hall in Dad's name. And it's just one of those unique parts of our tournament. Government protocol will dictate what we're actually able to do as far as our dinner goes, and we won't be able to determine that until closer to the tournament. But we're prepared to have everything out of the Quarry Golf Club. The social time is sponsored by Peterborough Glass and Ron Nolan and his partners down at Peterborough Glass. Dinner is sponsored by Peter Blodgett at Darling Insurance, and with all of the help from a couple of our major sponsors, Joe Hawley from Molson Coors and John Grant Sr. from Corvus. We also have some major sponsors in RBC Dominion Securities, Paul Harris Lowe, and they are in charge of another unique part of our tournament in that on the par threes, if you hit the green, you put your name in the draw, and you're able to win some cash back. We call it our tic-tac-toe prize. Our special hole prizes again this year, we have Trent Valley Honda, led by Monica Carmichael, back for a hole-in-one. We also have Drew and Kirk Merritt back from Merritt Home Hardware Building Center. That's for another hole-in-one prize, and that's for $3,500 in home hardware bucks. And other than that, Home Hardware donates a really nice prize for closest to the pin. We will have our longest drive and closest to the pin prizes, sponsored by Molson Breweries and Asante Financial. Our putting contest this year is sponsored by Rutland Group, Inc., Financial Planning in coordination with Canada Life. For those who aren't aware, London Life has been taken over or bought by Canada Life. So that's where that comes from. And then, of course, another one of our unique parts of our tournament is Jack's Hidden Treasure, and a very nice prize is put up by Peter Blodgett at Darling Insurance. And since we're at a new golf course, we'll have to determine where Jack's Hidden Treasure comes into play. But again, at the dinner and our social time, we'll have special draw prizes, live and silent auction items, hopefully, protocol permitting, and a lot of free draws at dinner. And once again, this year, our early bird draw, if players are paid by September 10th, then their name will go into a draw to win their entry fee back. And also, all proceeds from our tournament go to help support the bursary program for high school student athletes and the Hall of Fame operating fund. I think that's about it. If anyone has any questions, feel free.
How is COVID kind of impacting the tournament this year with regards to what you can and cannot do?
Well, basically what it's done, we can't have large groups. So I'm not sure, I think it's up to 50 the government has allowed. We're hoping that the closer we get to it, they will open things up even more. We need basically 250 to have our dinner and social time, which could be a problem. So that's why I say everything is up to the protocol that's in place at the time of the tournament. However, in talking to a lot of our participants, everyone is just anxious to get back to some semblance of normal, and which means, you know, to get out and play golf and participate in the tournament. As a lot of people are aware, our tournament is not exactly a competitive day. It's just for the guys to get out, support the Hall of Fame, support friends, family, whatever members of the Hall. So it's been real good that way. But again, everyone's an athlete, and once they get out of the course, they'd all like to win.
Awesome.
Anything else?
I'm going to ask you questions one-on-one, if that's okay.
Sure, well, that's fine, that's fine. I basically just went down our press release, so that's our format. And well, the one thing I forgot is to confirm your tee-off time, please call the Hall of Fame here at 705-743-6897. Every year we get in touch with our contacts from last year's tournament, but there are always openings, and we hope that we'll get a lot of new entrants again this year.
Awesome.
Okay.